Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 3AI Spectra session. My name is Deepak and I work for Axis Bank PLC Africa. Today, we are going to talk about an interesting topic, and it's quite obvious as well that we are talking about AI everywhere, right? In terms of day to day life, we are using AI, we are dependent on AI, we are using. The key aspects of AI is around the ethical usage of AI, ethical implications, and the ethical usage of AI, and the responsible use of AI. These are the two major aspects related to AI. But what I'm trying to bring, that is a very debated topic, but however, I want to bring in another dimension, which is data quality and data inputs, the quality of the data inputs and quality of the data that is used in the AI, right? So, looking at the grand scheme of things, particularly the principle of garbage in, garbage out, the quality of the data is definitely going to impact the quality of outcomes of AI. AI is heavily dependent on the data that we input, right? And particularly, we are talking about the outcomes that we rely on AI is in terms of the accuracy, completeness, and consistency and relevancy of the data inputs definitely can impact on the bias and also discrimination, unfairness, and lack of accountability and the privacy breaches. These are some of the impacts of these ethical and responsible AI when we don't have the quality data. So the quality dimension, quality of data dimension, as we know, the accuracy is definitely critical, and the incomplete data is an important thing. How do we make it complete? And the consistency of the data and relevancy of the data, right? And the timeliness of the recent data, etc. So when we look at these, the poor quality of data can impact on the algorithms that we are using in this AI, right? Models and AI that can exhibit bias, and also we can get inaccurate predictions and outcomes, and it will manipulate the decision-making process if we have the poor quality of data, which will result into distrust, and lack of transparency can also result into distrust, and the lack of responsibility for the decisions made by the AI is also very much impacted by the poor quality of data. All in all, it will impact the innovation, right? People are going to be scared to innovate further if we have the improper data or inadequate data, and also poor quality of data. So how do we go about this, right? Particularly looking at the data quality is we need to evaluate all the data that is getting used in the AI models, AI systems. Regularly, we have to evaluate and train them properly, and we need to establish some benchmarks on the data quality, right? Conduct these tests regularly on this data quality, and use automated tools, and also implement the governance policies. So coming to the ethical and responsible AI, how one can actually address these. As a global organizations are looking at more increased use of AI in the areas of revenue growth, customer experience, and operational efficiencies. And in this context, how one can use it is not about all the boon or bane, right? It's definitely a balance of that. How we can use that effectively, the AI, and also at the same time adhere to the data quality. So to improve the data quality, obviously, one needs to have the robust data governance framework and data quality framework as well, and ensure that at the source of the data, I think we should have the high quality of the data, and then definitely regularly monitor and input further, improve the quality. So coming to the how do we ensure that ethical and responsible AI is preserved, right? Currently, we have in the data practices privacy impact assessment (PIA), which is very well known in the data management space. Now, data privacy and data management space. Now we are looking at privacy and ethical impact assessment. This is very critical for us to do both, not only data privacy but also the ethics of these data and AI. So how do we do that? I think it's particularly looking at in two ways. So we need to build this, data ethics and responsible AI team committee, which monitors regularly the practices and also the projects. And there is a policy and framework for the data ethics and responsible AI within the organization. It is starting from the data collection and processing to AI development and deployment, and to data and AI governance and oversight. The policy applies to all the organization entities, employees, and third parties that are involved in the data and AI activities for the organization. So what this policy definitely ensures is data and AI in all of these are used for good, and it respects the human dignity, and it is fair and inclusive, and is transparent and explainable AI, and also it is accountable and responsible. We need to ensure the accountability and responsibility is also maintained. It is not a completely machine driven. It is a human responsibility is very, very critical. And this framework and policy will help in further to improve the ethics and responsible AI usage. So looking at the framework for the data quality, also like continuously assessing the data quality and the assessing these data ethics and responsible AI, and improve this further on a regular basis. So, and this is one dimension to look at how we use AI responsibly and ethically. Whereas the other option we have is the also look at corporate digital responsibility, which is talking broader than AI. It is talking about across the digital landscape of the organization: digital accessibility, digital inclusion, sustainable automation, and digital influence, ownership of the data, and digital and beneficial, AI. So this is another similar to corporate social responsibility. We should incorporate corporate digital responsibility across the organization, so that we should be able to achieve the ethical and responsible use of AI. Thank you so much.